Hello, this is part of a series of demonstrations. This particular demonstration is of the Xangati Executive VDI Dashboard. And a number of different areas are covered in this dashboard. The idea of this is these are reports that are run once a day. They're looking at what's been happening over the last 24 hours. These are easily emailed out to the important stakeholders within the organization so that they know what's going on with the shared IT infrastructure that is so vital because the entire company is depending on it. So we're breaking it down into a number of different areas. The first is looking at the user's experience. And here we're talking about people that are using virtual desktops or virtual applications, and the experience that they've been having of late is good. It's good and stable. So we can see nothing really standing out in terms of the underlying metrics. The logon duration is not so good. So we might want to look into what's going on there. The round trip times look acceptable. CPU ready time is within the normal bounds of what people would be considered healthy. However, the data stores for read and write, they're getting a little bit of a warning signal on there. They're fair. They're kind of hobbling along in our demo lab where this dashboard was taken from. So some of the top risks that are happening in the environment right now are, hey, there have been some data store resource contention storms. There have been some storage server storms, some storage volume storms, and a few CPU storms as well. Now, we're not going to go into the detail of those in an executive dashboard. Other parts of the Xangati product are used to really go in and see what's going on with those things. This is a summary. When it comes to performance, we're looking at what's going on with CPU and memory, again, data store latencies for read and write, as well as looking at the storage system's point of view for read and write. And right now, they're fair, but they're getting worse. So somehow the storage system is getting stressed, and that's causing problems in the environment. You can see again, it's listed as top risks, degradation of the data stores. And a little bit less pressing than the top risks are the recent issues, which are other things that IT is undoubtedly working on today. Now, performance is no good without availability, so how stable is the environment? Are things up and running? When it comes to hosts and data stores in the storage system, hey, they might be having some performance issues now and then, but they're up. Now, VMs, on the other hand, have been going up and down, and the reason for this is because it's a demo environment, and we've been doing a lot of work in it, bringing virtual machines up and down, virtual desktops up and down, and so forth. So that's what's going on there. So that one's fair and stable. And then for capacity utilization, what we want to watch here is you don't want to be using 100% of the capability of your IT infrastructure. At first, that might sound like a good thing to do, but you are just cruising for a resource contention storm if you press it that much, right? So you want to be in a comfortable area. Right now, we're sitting at, we're using about 70% of the capacity of the IT infrastructure. But at times that is peaking, and it's causing some performance issues. So those are being flagged here. CPU usage, overall, we're only using 24% of the CPU capability that we have. But memory is something we might want to think about, adding some more memory to some of our hosts, because that's pretty much up against the wall, for instance. And lastly, efficiency. You don't want to be running your infrastructure too lean. You don't want to have too much slack or wastage going on. So the score, the efficiency score, is based on how much of your capacity that you're using, and it's to keep an eye on making sure that you're getting your money's worth. So again, we see CPU utilization at 24%. That's kind of low from an efficiency standpoint, whereas memory utilization, you're getting your money's worth on your memory and also on your data store usage. But storage, you're only using a fraction of what's actually there. So that's it. That's the overall executive VDI dashboard. As I mentioned, these can be emailed out so that people can see what the top things are going on in the centralized infrastructure that the entire company depends so much upon.